Hello, guys, and welcome back to Purgatory. One, I wonder when I started saying welcome back instead of just welcome. Two, I'm supposed to be filming multiple other videos right now. Welcome back. I guess all you guys are returning viewers.
Nope.
You don't have the glasses on. Well, maybe I didn't want glasses on this time. If you guys are that upset about it, I'll wear them next time. And for some teases, I have a scripted video coming up about something extremely serious. Most people actually probably won't be able to watch it. It's pretty diabolical, like genuinely / serious. But also, I found a John Locke game. Yeah, a John Locke game on Steam. I'm gonna play it. Anyways, as you guys know, I have the will, and guess what? Still not screen recording. I just don't know why I can never do it. Also, keep in mind, I don't know if I ever said, when I was writing all the tropes, it was not for this. I was writing these tropes specifically just for me. And then I just copied and pasted it and never looked at it. So if it makes no sense, womp womp, we'll make sense of it. Let's go. No. 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 No! I actually really don't want to do this one. No, like for real. Like, please. I am begging to not do this one. It disconnected, didn't it?
This mic thinks it's gonna outsmart me. It's not going to.
I really don't want to do this one. Wow, okay. Who did this to you? Who did this to you? Sorry. I'm just trying to get in character and I'm trying to get into the mind of someone who would say this. So I can get deep inside their mind. And, okay, so when I start talking, a lot of the time I don't know what I'm gonna say. But I just spit everywhere. A lot of the time I don't know what I'm gonna say, and I just let whatever's gonna come out. So, if it doesn't make sense, if it's stupid, you can just be quiet about it. Alright, once again, I don't know how to go into this trope. You're gonna have to give me a second. You guys are so lucky. You just gotta sit here for like a few seconds or a minute while I figure it out. I have to sit here for God knows how long. Okay. I'll be back. I guess actually, never mind. So just like, just like last. I think it's pretty clear, pretty obvious to most of us, all of us, whatever you want to say, that the "who did this to you" trope is done because, as we've talked about a million times now, it's just people wanting to be wanted. It's people needing to be desired. Or it seems like a need. It is a need. It's just an unhealthy need. We can have needs that aren't necessarily needs. Because it depends on what you're talking about. There are healthy needs. There are biological needs. Like, you know what I mean? Like a biological need. You need to eat. You will die if you don't. There's also like emotional needs where like maybe you won't die, but like you're going to be miserable. Like, you know what I mean? I liked this trope when I was younger. Just to give an example. I liked this trope when I was younger because it was a show of care that I hadn't experienced while being abused. So, it means that I'm being shown care. It means my abuse is being recognized. And it's insinuating that they are going to do something about it. That they care about it and are going to, like, protect me. And I think that's really all that we all want. You know what I mean? For our hurt and our struggle and just all this stuff to be recognized and validated. And then someone to come and swoop us up and save us from it, because it sucks when you have to be the one doing the swooping and saving for yourself. It's literally the exact same trope that I actually don't have in here now. I just realized that I need to add it, of the damsel in distress. The damsel in distress being saved by like the white knight being saved by the prince or whatever. Someone comes in, swoops you up, saves you from your circumstances, because then that means, and now I'm going to another trope, but it's connected. It means that you just have to wait and you don't have to like do work, because when you're being abused and hurt and traumatized and all this stuff, the last thing you're going to want to do is work. The last thing you're going to want is to have to fix it yourself, when all that happened is you were just chilling and then got abused. And I think most people in general, as I've talked about before, don't want to really put in work for like emotional kinds of things. No one wants to put, and let me explain. Nobody wants to work these days. No one wants to work these days. That's not what I'm saying. You know, it kind of is. Shut up. Sorry if I keep fidgeting with myself. I have like sensory issues. One, I hate hair on my face. When I say that, I mean it in a very broad sense, but all for the same reason. I mean it in a very broad sense, but all dealing with the same thing and all because of the same thing. No one wants to put in work emotionally or mentally really anymore at all because of the extreme stress that we are all under. With everything that's been going on. I will speak for America, but it's really just about everywhere. With everything that's been going on, how horrible things have been getting. People are overworked. They have no time to even go to bed, to eat, to drink, much less have community, much less have hobbies and interests. They work to live, and that is it. They work to survive, and that is absolutely it, and there are no third places, third spaces. We are literally isolated. We are miserable. We know all of this. No one can afford a house. No one can find a job in order to live. Now homelessness is being criminalized. Like, there really is no peace. Everyone is extremely stressed and extremely lonely because when all of this is going on, you don't have time to find community, and that's the point. If you're alone, strength is in numbers. There's strength in numbers. If it's just you, because there's no community, because you don't got time to form it, you don't have the strength or the time or the energy to do anything about it, And so because of the lack of community and us being so lonely and everything like that, and then us being so stressed out and all this stuff, nobody wants to put in anything mentally or emotionally because they can't really. But then at the same time, we crave community so much because we don't have it. But then they go into these extremely unhealthy relationships and then create these incredibly toxic dynamics between both from them. They're being toxic and unhealthy, but so is the other person because we don't know how to be a community. Because no one has one, and there's no one leading us to do this. We're all just doing our best, but also because of everything, because of all the stress and everything, we have become incredibly selfish. That is why I get so angry and so upset at people, but also I'm like, but how much can we really get so angry at that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, it is not your fault that these things are happening. Your anger is justified. It makes sense. But at the end of the day, just because that's the reason for your behavior, for your thinking, whatever, even though that's not your fault and you shouldn't have to deal with this, you are ultimately still choosing to act in this way, to behave in this way, to think this way. Yes, it is extremely difficult to change, but ultimately it is your decision. It's not fair at all, but that is the case. What are you going to do with this information? And no, I actually didn't go off on a tangent because all of that is why we love the trope so much. We love the trope of who did this to you, especially women, because that is, again, the damsel in distress trope. That is right under the damsel in distress trope because men aren't, there are definitely men who feel that way. And more so boys, because as they grow up, they become more and more toxic because of the garbage that is spewed at them. But everyone, at least at one point or another, wishes to be the damsel in distress just because it means while they're stressed and like, I don't know what to do. Oh, I need help. It's basically going, the damsel in distress trope is going, I need help. And then someone being like, I can help. I'll save you from all of this and I'll deal with it for you so you don't have to deal with it. That's what everyone wants. That is what everyone wants. Because then you don't have to deal with it. It's not your problem anymore. These things that were making you so miserable before, imagine they just were gone. But not just gone, but like fixed by someone else. They could solve all of your problems and you don't have to deal with it anymore. It's really sad that we have to, all this is going to be sad. It's just really sad that we have to want tropes like this. You know what I mean? But that is why I liked it when I was younger. That is why people like it in general. And oh my god, I'm sure there are outliers to things that I say, guys. So if I see one comment, I mean, really, why else would you want that? Who did this to you? Because the trope, I guess I probably should have talked about what the trope is. The most popular way that the trope is used is if like so usually what it is like a woman is hit by a man, and then she goes to the other man, and the man, the one that they want to be with. It's usually like a celebrity or something like that or whatever. And they're like, who did this to you? Is he hitting you? And then he goes and beats his ass and then saves her from everything. From everything. Speak. Sometimes you gotta speak to yourself like a dog, you know? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I do not like that kink. Unless the entire trope is just, oh, you're being hurt? Well, I recognize that you're being hurt and that you're upset. And that shouldn't have happened. And don't worry. You don't have to worry about this anymore. I'm going to go deal with it. And I'm not only going to go deal with it, but I'm going to get revenge for you. That is also something that victims heavily wish for and fantasize about while they're being abused. While they, even if you just get upset at someone, you want some kind of revenge, even if it's not an unhealthy one. It usually is unhealthy, but even if it's not an unhealthy one, people want revenge. Revenge can literally just be justice. I don't see why justice can't be revenge. Justice can definitely be revenge. And revenge can be justice. It just depends on how you go about it and everything. If someone assaults you, you take them to court, they get in trouble, and the trouble that they should be in. That was justice and also revenge. You see what I mean? So when you're going through something like that, and you're like, I'm the victim of the situation, or I don't know how to get out of the situation, or just I'm just so upset and hurt. Imagine someone not only coming in and being like, I can solve your problems for you, but I'm gonna get revenge for you. Someone hurts you, well, I'm gonna save you from the situation and then go hurt them. And that is why with this trope, the who did this to you and what's the other trope? The damsel in distress trope. With this trope and the damsel in distress trope, that is why it goes in between the person going, who did this to you, I'm gonna go get revenge for you. Then there's two different hello words, endings, where either they go and deal with it completely for you, and it's like, I didn't have to lift a finger, they dealt with it for me. Or it's like, I want to get revenge, I want the justice, but like, and this is unfortunate, because the trope itself technically isn't bad when you think about it. It's just a way of coping. I think when it's like sexualized and romanticized, it's weird, but it makes sense. But that is kind of all of these tropes. It makes sense in a sad way. But what is wrong with the trope is that it is romanticized and sexualized. Because then it becomes the issue of, this is what usually happens, of like, well, just the usual, obvious, just unusual writing where the woman's teeny tiny little itty bitty baby, but also strong and independent. Get that right. And then the man is big, macho, alpha, zaddy. I'm so sorry. And then you throw in this trope with it. And then even in like gay fics too, because obviously even when it's gay, the two men or the two women, there has to be a big bad strong one and a teeny tiny little itty bitty baby one. Like, please release yourself from the heteronormative shackles, my friend. It's like, I'm the big dominant one, so I'm gonna go deal with this for you. And you just sit back and relax, little princess. You know what I mean? Like, let the man handle the work or whatever. Or it's, but I'm a strong, independent woman and I can do things for myself. And like, even though you just came in and saved me, and I couldn't have done this without you, I'm gonna go like do it because I'm a strong, independent woman. And technically you could argue, well, just because she said, like, why can't she? Okay, fair. But again, as I said, do not forget, it's always infantilized, and it's always this weird heteronormative thing. With that ending, where like the woman or the girl or whatever is like, no, I'm gonna go do it. It always ends weird. It's usually like the man does all the hard work, but then she comes in and kicks him a little bit, or something like that. Just like that vibe. Or like they come in and they do the talking, but then the man comes and does the heavy work. And look, I understand why it exists. The trope, I don't think is necessarily harmful. Who did this to you, right? No, I don't think it's harmful. I think it's sad for the reason why it exists. I think romanticizing and sexualizing it is bad, though. I don't think that it is healthy to romanticize and sexualize being saved from abuse. Again, this isn't scripted. This is completely off the dome, so it's not going to be as good as if it was scripted. Because again, the whole point of this is I don't know, I just wanted to do something chill. But I guess it's kind of dumb because I wanted to do something where I could just sit down and go off the top of the dome, but this is probably would be a lot better if it was scripted because I could think about it for a lot longer and then have, like my usual great ideas. The point of that, though, was just to say I'm actively thinking with you. I'm actively thinking as the camera is on. So I'm not gonna say like the best things or have like the best. Like, that's gonna come later, and I'm like, I wish I would have put that in the fucking video. Do it all the time. Even in scripted videos, kill me. Don't actually. That's my job. To an extent, I suppose I can understand falling in love with someone who saved you. At first, I was going to say that's not good, but I can understand it in the way that that is showing their character. They do not believe that people should be hurt in this way or abused in this way, and they're going to help you. That's an attractive quality in someone, and a quality that you want in a partner. So I get that, but it depends on how they go about it, why they did it, how they did it, all that stuff. I'm sure there's probably a lot of dark romance books that go into the who did this to you. Oh, no, actually, I know that there's a lot. Never mind. There's a lot of dark romance books that go into the who did this to you. And then to go and fix it, they go and like freaking dismember the dude and like all this crazy stuff. That's not good. While it may be like nice to think about that happening to someone, like I want them to hurt. If they did something like terrible to you, obviously, on only then, because it'd be crazy if they like just like didn't give you your $5 back and then you're like dismember them anyway. But to be attracted to someone who can do something like that to another person, that is where the issue is. I know we're kind of going out a little bit out of the territory. Oh, it's in the same anyway. Being attracted to the fact that this person is someone who is genuinely actively good and actively tries to help people and get them out of dangerous circumstances, and then show like this person that they cannot do that. They need to see consequences. Good, great. That's attractive. Being attracted to someone who is okay with dismembering someone, killing someone. So I don't know about that one. And before y'all try and come at me and be like, okay, hypocrite, you love Geralt of Rivia. That's different. He's a witcher. Did you guys see? I'm sorry. You guys know that clip in that trailer with Game Geralt where he's going on his way? And then he sees a woman about to be assaulted, and he hears in his head just walk away. But then turns back around, and then he saves the woman and goes to he goes up to the man, and then the man says something like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm killing monsters."
What are you doing? Killing monsters.
Because his job is to kill monsters, but not men. But the man's a monster. See, now that's cool, and that's a different circumstance, though. And if I need to explain that to you, I think that's kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, I will if I need to. You can ask how it's different if you want. I do think they should fix. Okay. Trigger warning. I'm gonna put a trigger warning somewhere over here. I don't know what it's about to be yet. So let's say this person raped and almost killed, like beat this person, and then almost killed this person, and then Geralt's like, "Who did this to you?" I'm gonna go kill them. It's just kind of like. Why? That's another act. Ooh, that's another really big thing is why are you doing it? Are you just doing it purely out of anger? Like this person is getting revenge for you, whatever, just because they're angry? That's not good. That you need to have the mindset of change and justice. Because if you just go in for revenge and anger, you're just an unhealthy person. And like that's not obvious. That's obviously not good. Intent absolutely does matter, because if this person is like horrible person, you're like, I need to kill them to get them to stop doing this because they're going to keep terrorizing people. That's one thing. But then to be like, I'm so angry that this person did this, and I want revenge. I want them to hurt because I'm angry. That's not good. And that's just going to contribute to you becoming a worse person, because you are validating in your mind to yourself. You are getting used to the act of doing this thing of, I am upset, I am angry, and I want revenge, so I'm going to go hurt them. It may start here. It's going to start climbing into other things as well. Back to the fic thing. If all that happened, the girl said that or whatever. If he said it in this way. And I feel like it'd have to be this way. Because, I can go and ask, but I still feel like you'd have to... I don't know. Why am I making myself the person? This is embarrassing. Where he's like, clearly, I am upset that this happened to you. But I need to get rid of this person so that they don't cause any more harm. I'm going to go treat this as a job. Go get rid of this monster. Then it's like, I am still attracted to you. That is hot. That is good. I'm glad that you are a good person. If he was like, I can't believe they did this to you. I'm gonna go kill them for ever thinking they could lay hands on you. Or whatever. It's like, whoa, buddy. Leave me alone. Because it's immature. It is emotionally immature. Emotionally, what is the word? Like there's like a disconnect, you know? I just don't like the word immature or mature because like I feel like we use it for certain things, so it doesn't get the vibe that I want across, but it is true. It is emotionally immature. The who did this to you trope with the like revenge or the violence or whatever that happened like at the end. It's just emotional immaturity. It's getting off on people being stupid. It's being attracted to the idea of anger and upset. Oh my god, have I finally understood what I've been trying to talk about? And because it's mostly women or girls reading this with the man or boy enacting this violence or whatever, is being attracted, drawn to male violence. That is not good in any way, shape, or form. If it is just the trope of who did this to you, I'm going to get you away from the situation. Good, that makes sense. If it is the who did this to you, I'm going to get you out of the situation, and then we're going to go seek justice. Good, great. And sometimes justice is, again, killing them or whatever. But that is the thing. You think justice, and you try to think what is the best way to go about this to get justice, and not solely or whatever, just revenge or whatever. That is very important. Intent does matter. I don't know. People are kind of crazy in saying intent doesn't matter. Context is everything. Context is the most important thing in the world. Context is your best friend. Everyone's best friend. Diamonds are a girl's best friend? No. A dog is man's best friend? No. It's context. Context is a man's best friend. Context is a girl's best friend. A girl and a man. Interesting. Obviously, intent isn't always gonna necessarily matter, but it does a lot of the time. It really is just up to how you use it, I guess. I rate this trope a not necessarily harmful, so that's pretty cool, but it has a potential to be, and it usually is used as such, out of 10. Does that mean I have to rate the other ones? I don't want to do that. No. And I think that's probably why I don't like it, because if I read that is something that I would click on a fic and I'd start reading, and then I'd see Geralt, because I read Jairus, that's all I read. I would see Geralt say to Jaskier, who did this to you? Or it could be Jaskier to Geralt. It just usually isn't. I'm thinking how they usually write things. Unfortunate. Because I love it when... Hey, I could talk about that another time. I was going to say I like it when Jaskier is in the typical, like, dominant role that Geralt's usually in, and Geralt's in the typical, like, non-dominant role that, you know... Sorry, anyways. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Completely forgot what I was saying. I'm so sorry. So if I was reading something and then Geralt was like, suddenly like, who did this to you? And then Yask said whatever, but then Geralt is like, I'm gonna go and kill him. How dare it? Like, or whatever. Cause I see that actually a lot. It's really sad actually. I hate it. That's something I would screenshot, send to my friend, and then say, dude, this writing feels so immature. It feels so, because that is what it is. What it is emotional immaturity. It is not, if he was like, there's mature ways to go about it, okay? And that's not one. That's it. I'm gonna stop over explaining myself. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Could be worse. And that's really nice to say. In a positive way for once for a trope. Because it's usually... Let me think if I have any last thoughts before we get into the end of the video. Any last thoughts about this trope? That was embarrassing. I cut that out of the video, please. I guess I failed to think about if people write this and aren't using it to cope in some kind of way or something, and like in any kind of way. That instantly actually becomes problematic. Like, because why are you writing this? If you are because obviously people can write. If you are writing it because you think it is romantic or like sexual, or you're romanticizing or sexualizing it or whatever, that is a very big problem. Because basically what you are romanticizing or sexualizing is male violence. And the woman being a damsel in distress. That's what you're doing. So if you're not doing it to cope or doing it because it's some part of the story or just something, that is not good, obviously. Obviously. It seems to happen mostly with physical abuse, which is really interesting. But then I guess it makes sense because, I mean, the point is you are focused on male violence or just violence in general. It doesn't work as well if it's emotional or whatever, because the point is aggression and violence, but I don't think that they realize it. It's because they see aggression and violence as the ultimate sign. Oh my god, I just cracked the code. As like the ultimate sign of care. If they hear what you are going through, what you're struggling with, and they get angry, that means that they care about you the most that they possibly can. So if they feel so angry that they're gonna go do something crazy to someone, that means they love you so much. They love you more than anyone. Because the thing is what do women do? Because again, this is mostly, women are groomed as girls to believe that male aggression and violence should be sexualized or romanticized. Oh, he's picking on you, being mean to you, pulling your pigtails, hurting you essentially, because he likes you. It's just because he likes you. And then you get older, and then now you're being abused, and then it's what did you do to make him mad? Or it's women being like, I love being thrown around and hurt in the bedroom. Because I'm so tired of people saying, I was gonna say side tangent, but it's related. People saying like, and BDSM is okay and all that stuff. Like, yeah, obviously it is, but the thing is like, you have a reason why you like and dislike everything. So if you're like, oh, I like being hurt for sexual pleasure, then yeah, you need to think about why that is and go to therapy and figure it out. And then you can figure out if it's something that you should keep doing or if it's not healthy to do. Anyways, so maybe the trope is kind of bad. Wait, no, it depends. Remember, it depends. Never mind. It depends. What I said last time. And then you're drawn to men being violent and aggressive, or just partners being violent and aggressive. But they're never just going to be violent and aggressive towards other people. That's why the trope of they're mean to everyone except for me isn't realistic, isn't gonna happen, doesn't make any sense. They can't be mean to literally everyone except for you. And if they are, what kind of person doesn't make you being attracted to someone who's mean to everyone except for you? And why are you the exception? If someone is mean to everyone except for you, it's probably because they're getting you ready to be mean towards you. They're making sure that you're trapped with them, that you can't go anywhere yet, that you're locked in, so that once they start being mean to you, you can't do anything about it. But that is why they always jump to violence and aggression. Because that's the ultimate sign of love, right? No. What do you guys think about the trope? And big question, please don't click off yet. I want you guys to answer this before you click off. Even if you click off right after this. Did this video change your mind in any way? I'm just curious. Like, maybe you already agreed with me, or maybe you disagree with me and disagree with me before I said anything and still do now. But and let me know that. But I really want to know if I changed anyone's mind a little bit, or if any of my videos in this series have changed in any of y'all's minds yet. I think that'd be really cool to see. Because I never know like the real impact I have, Every so often I'll get comments being like, this helped me so much, this changed, or whatever. And I literally, not joking, cry every single time because that's all that I want. That's like all that I want. So like, please let me know more, guys. I gotta be entirely honest, I'm absolutely loving this series. But it doesn't look like y'all are, according to what the YouTube has to say. So that's really sad, and you guys should stop doing that. As I said, I have those 2 videos coming up, and I have other stuff planned. I just never know when I'm going to do anything. Man, I can't wait for if I ever get bigger, and then I end up having, like, actual, like, money. So that I can actually get, like, a good camera and stuff, and I don't have to keep struggling. Anyway, I just realized, because I got a new phone, all of my TikTok drafts are gone. I had so many videos to post on there. Like really good ones that I can't do again. I'm gonna go do something crazy. I'm gonna go run into traffic over there, I think. If you made it to this part of the video, comment a crying emoji and a giraffe emoji. I just went crazy. I didn't even try to relate it. I just said the emojis that come to me first. That's gonna be really weird for people going in the comments before, like, as they're watching the video, like, before they watch the video, like, why are giraffes here? Anyways, a crying emoji and a giraffe emoji for my mom because she loved giraffes. Slay. If you like the video, press the like button, please and thank you. And if you dislike the video, because I really would understand if people didn't like this video. Press the like button, because unfortunately for you and not for me, the dislike button doesn't exist. Never has, never will. I really actually don't understand why you would dislike this video. I know I said I'd understand, but I wouldn't. So anyway, never say this stuff, but I'm going to, and I hope the little bar lights up. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't. And if you want to help me and support me, then you can join this channel and become a demon of purgatory and get all these perks. And then give me a couple bucks. Cause that's really nice. Where's the cat? Izzy girl, where are you? Immediate panic. Where are you? I don't think she's been here. For a hot second. I think only like one other video or something. What? She was also, I think, in the Astarian video that got taken down. But do remember to be a good person. And not a bad one, obviously. Because it is the one rule of the kingdom, the one law of the kingdom, and it's not that hard, and if it is, so stop it. And also remember that I will not see you, but you will see me next time. Of course, because again, that's how videos work. I should start doing that for lives. Be like, and I will see you, and you will see me next time. Wait. Yeah, I guess I will see you because it's live. Like, not in person, but... Okay, so anyways, goodbye. Nice. Oh, it's hot. Ooh, suddenly it's got really hot. I've started making coffee at home. It's disgusting. I don't know how y'all do it. I keep trying. I've tried since 2020. Not a single one I've made has ever tasted good. Not a single one. I'm miserable. Anyway. I'm actually so fucking mad that I forgot this right now, dude. I am actually, like, so mad. Oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm mad. Nice.